Hello, everybody. Good to see y'all. Hi.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to Hercules Tires Sunbelt Basketball Championships. For those media in the room, please remember to state your media affiliation and your name when you're asked your first question. For those on Zoom, type those questions into the chat, and I'll ask those here on site. We're joined now by Troy and head coach Shonda Rigby. Coach, would you give us an opening statement and introduce the two players you have with you today?
Sure. Thank you. Of course, we're thrilled to be in this position right now. The first game in the tournament is often our very toughest, especially when you're coming off of a bye and the other team has a win on the court. So sometimes we struggle with that. And in the first quarter, it just seems like we couldn't, it seemed like the first half, it seemed like we just couldn't get a good lead and we couldn't find our complete rhythm. And I think that's something that has something to do with it. I'm just glad that didn't spill on over to the second half. Coastal's interior is so big and so physical and so good. I'm just really proud of, first of all, it was Coach Jennifer Graff Scout. Without her knowledge of how to kind of hold bigger post players, kind of double teaming or whatever she has them do, she's really good at it. We would have been in trouble. And without players like Tina here, Tina Stevens, who followed that game plan on the interior, we would have been in trouble. And this is Janiyah Sandiford. Janiyah tied her record with assist at 6. And the thing is, she did what we asked her to do, which is drive the ball. She can shoot the ball, but we wanted her to be aggressive. We were trying to get to the free throw line all night. And so we're really proud of both of them and the team for following the game plan. I think a big thing to mention right now is our bench. We got in some foul trouble in the first half. The bench play, we even played a person that's probably never played point guard before at point guard for a quarter, Tia Johnson. So that's a little scary to happen in a tournament, but both of our point guards were in a little bit of foul trouble in the first half. I can't say enough about Jalea Dunlap. She had a huge game. Every time I call home and tell everybody how things are going, I can't say enough about Jalea. She wants to win so badly. She really wants to win, and she pushes all of our spirits up. And it was nice to see the ball go into hole for 20 or 21 points tonight.
Open up now for questions. Go ahead, Paul.
Coach, Fox Sports, Radio. I know you're concerned when the team stay hungry, not overconfident.
Right.
When during the course of the game that you saw that in them, and you expect to get tonight?
Well, we strived to score 120, but it didn't feel like we were going to get there in the first half. And talking about staying humble and hungry, the way Coastal played us in the first half, we couldn't afford to be anything but humble. And we had to stay hungry, or we wouldn't be sitting here right now. They put enough pressure on us and did enough really good things that really put us in our place. And sometimes, it kept us humble. 10 kept scored on the interior for us. And so again, we were just fighting for any advantage we could get for a very long time against a very good team. Lucas, hi, Lucas.
You mentioned the slow start and then you guys started to pick it up. What started to look for you?
I really think that though both teams have deep benches, I think that, again, our bench, they just ramped it up to another level. I mean, these guys were playing hard, toe to toe. Our starters were playing toe to toe with them. But when you substitute and people like Jalea come in, or even Ronnie's defensive effort, it takes you to another level when they're that focused and they're that forceful to try to help us get the win.
That was after a focus of the first quarter. Defensively, I think you guys took away some of it. What are your thoughts on that second quarter, the +12 there?
Well, there haven't been many times this year that we've shot 60%, and I didn't even realize it. So thank you for telling me. I just want to celebrate that for one moment. So that's really good. We started changing the defenses up a lot more often. We didn't wait for a defense not to work anymore when we were in the second quarter. We weren't waiting for it not to work to change the defense. We tried to stay ahead of them a little bit. So the team did a really good job of echoing what defense we were in and everybody being on the same page, which allows us to, change defenses. And when we needed to be aggressive, we put Amber up at the top, and she was really aggressive up there and either caused a turnover or caused them to hesitate and maybe not run their play because she was forceful at the top of a defense we put her in. Okay.
whether you have team on the road, what's the mindset, what's the I guess what's the mindset?
I think our mindset is we're not losing. Like that's plain and simple. We're not losing, and that's what I tell everybody. Let's go, regardless if we up 20 or 5. Like we're not losing. That's the mindset that we have.
To piggyback off of that, I'll agree with that. I think we all just have the same goal in mind, the same vision ahead of us. And I think we're just going out there, just focusing on one thing, whether we're down 20 or up 20. I think we just, want to just play even all the way through. And I think that's what we did tonight.
Coach, moving forward, on Sunday, 11:30 like that. You said you really don't same schedule, same time at all.
Right. Well, yeah, both of these two walking up here said, we wish we played again tomorrow. Because, as a coach and the way that we like to run and press, I'm glad for to rest legs, but they're so ready to go. So we need to manage that. We need to manage motion. We can't stay up here this whole 24, 36-hour period. We need to manage emotions. We're going to kind of bring it down, do some things to bring it down this afternoon, and have a practice around the time that we're going to play again tomorrow. Do that tomorrow to keep the schedule at 11:30 every day throughout, this tournament, and then get fired up again for that next game day. Yes. Yes. And, it's wonderful. It's wonderful to be here and see the first thing when I came out of the locker room, I saw John Noski on the rail, and he just retired from Pensacola State College, but he was our bus driver the whole time I was there. And he's way more than a bus driver. He was part of our team. And that was just one that I saw. That's the first one I saw, but I saw a lot of friendly faces in the crowd of Pensacola when I was here that meant a lot to us.
Questions for all of you. What was that like before the game?
It felt good because we have, goals starting the season. So that was just one out of the 3. We're not done yet.
I think for me, it was a motivating factor. Speaking for myself, it was my first time experiencing something like that. So being on a stage like this and, having the support of the fans and, day after day, they're supporting us and stuff like that. I think it means a lot to us and our team, and it helps us, give us the drive that we need moving forward.
Everything makes me nervous. So when we got the trophy before, I was thinking, we've got to stay humble. We got to stay humble. But, it was nice. It was a super nice moment. I mean, you got to appreciate everything. I mean, these are like dream moments. So I appreciate it. And with them, like I say, for some of our players, we've experienced championships with them before, but we've got so many new players to see her get to experience, and some of our new players, it means a lot.
Any final questions? All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
you.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.